Okay, so that's not even close to awkward yet for me, so... You guys didn't do what you were supposed to. No, you did great. I deserved that, so thank you. I'm excited to be here. Are you guys excited to be here? Okay, so not quite as excited as I am, but still, that's pretty good. No, I'm excited that anyone's here, frankly. Like, I posted that, like, we're doing this show. I hope some people come out. I posted on Facebook, and like 3 likes. So I was like, like Aaron said, my name is Spence, and it is just Spence. Like, I'm not a Spencer. I'm not trying to be uptight about it. Like, I'm not some obnoxious person who's like, ugh, I've now become a nomenclature minimalist. Please respect my values and just call me Spence. Also, I don't eat gluten. Like, I'm not that person. I hate that person. So annoying. No, it's my parents really did. They named me just Spence. Like, they wanted that to be one of my battles in life, I guess, just being Spence instead of Spencer. They did make my middle initial R, though, just to make it super confusing. Like, I guess they just want to mess up any special occasion I might be a part of. And it's worked pretty well. Like, I was getting married this one time, and the guy marrying us was like, Spencer, do you take this woman? So I had to jump in and interrupt him. I had to stop him. I had to interrupt my own wedding to be like, sorry, sir, it's just Spence. But then he got all miffed. Like, I just jumped in to tell him, my friends call me Cooter. And like, now he decides this is going to be like some big teaching moment for him. He's like, well, Spencer, when it's a special occasion, we like to use your full name. So it's like, okay, well, I guess let's use Spence then. And like that pissed him off even more. Now he's looking over at my parents, like expecting them to come over and spank me for being insolent. And my mom's like, we did name him that. We're silly. And he's like, well, that's stupid. And then he married us. And you know what? Didn't work out. And I'm pretty sure it's because of his bad attitude. Nothing I might have done, that's for sure. Like, what do you think was going to happen? And he's like, Spence, you may now kiss the bride and my butt. Like, those aren't till death do us part vows. Those are till a little over 4 years do us part vows. And that was exactly how long it lasted. So yeah, you can't just run around having a bad attitude and expect it to not affect other people. Our attitudes affect the people around us. They do. Like, that's why I think it's important we should all try and have a good one. Like, attitudes are contagious. Like, an attitude is like a cold, because if you've got a super bad one, drugs help a ton. Talk to your doctor. Ask him about your bad attitude and or cough. You'd be amazed at what prescription cough medicine can do for your attitude. It really helps. It is. I think that our attitudes are important. Like, I think now more than ever, everyone like hates each other. We should try and be a little more chipper. Like, our good attitudes make a difference. Cause this other time I was getting married, and that guy had a great attitude. He showed up in a yellow Jeep with flames on it he'd painted himself, and they were good flames. Like, it was impressive. And that guy was like, Spencer, do you take this woman? So I did stop him, and then I remembered what happened last time. I was like, you know what? Why do I want to bring this guy down with, like the correct information? So when he's like, what is it, Spencer? I was like, it's your attitude. I love it. And he's like, well, thank you. And then he married us. I've been paraphrasing some of that, but that's how it went. And you know what? 10 years later, still married. And I'm pretty sure it's because of his great attitude. Because at this point, I cannot think of any other reason. In the morning, I wake up and I look over and I, Kelly, why are we still doing this? This is hard. And she's like, I don't know. The guy with the Jeep, remember, with the flames that he painted? They were so good. I'm like, oh yeah, those were good flames. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. It is, yeah, because his good attitudes make a difference. Like, we wouldn't want to split up and have him find out about it, and then next thing you know, there's some yellow Jeep with a sad rain cloud painted on it. Like, we don't want that on our conscience. So we're still married. I think we're still married. I'm not sure if we ever were married, because does it count if it's not your name on the marriage certificate? I'm not sure, because like on my marriage certificate, that is not my name. I'm not sure if I've got a marriage certificate or like a get out of jail free card, because it's like you're looking at it, you're like, oh, let's see, ooh, huh, oh wow, that is not me here, so I should probably go. Sorry about the confusion. And the kids, could you watch them for me? Thanks. No, you should applaud bureaucratic errors. It's applause-worthy. It's, okay, wow. I didn't realize I did just compare my marriage to jail. And I want to be clear, I'm not one of those guys that's like, ugh, I'm married, and I feel trapped, like I'm in jail. Like, I don't feel trapped because I'm married. I'm just super unhappy. Like if I were in jail, probably. Don't worry, guys. My wife, she's unhappy too. I guess it's one of those things that we have in common. It's helped keeping us together. I think it's important in a relationship to have things in common, and that's one of ours. Obviously, I'm kidding. Like, my wife and I, we are super, super in love on Facebook. Our marriage is so good on Facebook. It's like picture perfect on Facebook. Like, it's just like us, like sexy leaning against a condemned building. Like, look at us, we still got it. We're like, the fire of passion burns bright with us. Good thing this building's full of asbestos, cause hot. Or like just like we're wearing matching t-shirts and holding hands on an old train bridge. Also that we can get likes from people we hate. Like if you're married and not getting tons of likes, what are you even doing? Like, what a waste of time. I like the comments too, like, oh, you two look so happy. And we were, because we were about to jump. Like, it was we thought it was all gonna end. But then my wife's like, but what about the kids? I'm like, the kids? I thought that's why we were jumping. And then it turned into a whole big thing. And oh boy. Fun. I don't really think that my parents were trying to make things harder for me by naming me just Spence. I think that I was born, and they were looking at me, and they're like, oh, look at him. He looks just like a Spencer. But lazier. We should probably name him just Spence. I don't see him writing the whole thing out. Well, we should have another baby right away. This one's making me super sad. And they did. My younger brother, 10 months younger than me. And now he is a ER doctor. He's a doctor, so my parents are pretty proud of him. It's like, wow, we made the right decision. You know, and they're just like, they're happy, and that's what's important to me. I don't need their love. It'd be nice, but you know, I've learned to live without it. No, they hide their shame. They're like, yes, like you're doing a thing that you like. That's great. You're saving so much time with your shorter name, though, right? I'm like, yeah. I do think they wanted to save me some time. Maybe make it so I could like be on time for stuff, but hasn't worked out because I am late so much. I'm late all the time, and like I'm not telling you this to try to impress you. Like I'm not like, hey, I'm the guy who's cool and always late and hard to employ. Like that's not my angle. That's like I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't late all the time. It's like it's become a part of my DNA. I don't even know what that is. It's become a part of my DNA. Like it's part of who I am now, and I wish it wasn't. Like if I were a menstrual cycle, my nickname would be Pregnancy Scare. Like it is. I've racked up a lot of tardies. I don't know how to fix it. Like, I don't know what I could do. People are like, leave sooner. And like, okay, but besides that, like, I don't know what I could possibly do. There's no obvious solution. I do know something I could probably do, though, to be maybe less late all the time. And I guess I need to get rid of my smartphone. Because like it is not making me any smarter. It is making me later for stuff. It is what it's doing. Like I know a lot of people like they've got their smartphone. They're like, yeah, thanks to my smartphone, I never miss an appointment. I've doubled the value of my portfolio, and now I speak German. But you know, like I use my phone different than that person. Like, I haven't learned anything from my... That's not true. I have learned one thing from my smartphone. That's if you sit on the toilet long enough, your legs will die. Like, I have learned that. 45 minutes used to be the amount of time I would spend in the bathroom per week. Now that's like a minimum per visit. And that's not counting the 15 minutes I have to spend just like hanging onto the towel rack, like waiting for enough feeling to return to my legs that I can like moves over to somewhere where it's gonna be like soft to fall over. And like that's how I know probably time to get rid of the smartphone, because I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be walking off an epidural every time I leave the bathroom. Shouldn't be like staggering around like oh, this is weird. I didn't even push anything out. I was just ran in for some towels, and then here we are. That's gotta get rid of the smartphone. It's bad. It's bad. Like if there were a fire while I were in the bathroom, I'd die. Like I wouldn't make it out. There would be no, like they'd find my charred body and like, oh, this is so odd. Why didn't he just walk out of this fire? And like, cause I wouldn't be able to walk out. Like I'd just be pulling myself out with my arms. Well, like with my arm, cause the one would be holding the phone. I guess. And I'd burn to death. Like they'd find me and they'd roll me over and like, oh, that's so weird that he died. Oh, look at all those likes he got on that picture, though. At least he died happy. That's so getting rid of the smartphone, and it'll be fine. We'll all make it. Get rid of your smartphones. That's what I'm trying to say. And but you guys are like, we all speak German now, though. It's good for you. I am from Cache Valley. I went to Utah State University. All right, that's great. And I graduated. I have nothing else to say. Go Aggies, all right. I did go there. I graduated from there. I got a degree in exercise science. So now I am also a part-time bus driver. My degree has opened a lot of doors for me, and they're mostly bus doors. Technically, I open the door. There's a lever that I pull, and that's what does it mostly. But I like to give my degree a little of the credit. It's just because otherwise it would seem like a complete waste of time. But I do that as a part-time bus driver. I do think it's important for me to address some of the things that are being sung about the bus. First of all, the wheels on the bus do go round and round. That is completely true. The wipers on the bus do not go swish, swish, swish. It's like a conk, squeak, conk, squeak. So that's inaccurate. The driver on the bus does not say, move on back. That's discrimination. Those are grounds. Those are grounds for immediate termination. So, cannot say that. Like, I don't know how old that song is, but I'm guessing pretty old because it is feeling kind of Confederate flaggy to me. Time to put it away. The song needs an update. Like, I feel like now I should probably say the driver on the bus says, I should have not got an exercise science degree. I should have checked with my brother first, seen what he was up to. Also, I feel like they need to add a verse. Like, the smell on the bus is maybe pee? Like, that's definitely some of it. Pinning down the rest of it, that's the big task. What is that smell? You see some sad things. You see some sad, sad things driving the bus. Like, obviously, every time I look in the mirror, there's that. But also, like, it's kind of sad. Like, you'll be driving the bus, you're like, man, am I driving a bus or an ambulance for broken souls? This is tragic. Like, hey guys, where's the broken soul hospital? They're like, just take us to Walmart. You know where we're going. I'm like, all right, I did. Yes. I guess Duck Dynasty Band-Aids will cure all sorts of things. That's all I'm trying to say. You do see some sad things on the bus. I pulled over once to pick up, there's like two little kids, like a little 8-year-old girl and like a little probably 5-year-old or little brother, just getting on the bus, like with no one with them, like no adults. Like, and so I was concerned because it's not like there's like a child care at the back of the bus. There's some people saying that there is, but there isn't. So don't fall for that one. It's I was concerned. And so these little kids getting on the bus, I see the little boy wearing a shirt that says, "My dad rocks." I was like, whoa, no, he doesn't. I feel like your dad doesn't know where you are right now. Or have custody. That's sad. It's sad. I once saw a girl like pull over to this girl at the bus stop, gets up on the bus just sobbing, just crying her eyes out. Like she marches up on the bus, like doing the cry breathing. She's like, and then she just goes back and sits down. Like that's how she always gets on the bus. And I saw that, I was like, okay, she gets it. Like I like that honesty. I appreciate that. Another thing I love. Oh, you know what? I love Yellowstone. I love Yellowstone, the national park. I love it. That is the most beautiful place you can go. That smells like farts. It is so nice. It is so nice there, unless you're sensitive to smells. Then you're like, oh. It's. Don't worry though, guys. It's not. That's not. You're not smelling farts. You're not like behind the irritable bowel syndrome tour bus. Like that's not. It's just a giant super volcano that is underneath you, and all the rangers will tell you, yeah, this caldera could go off at any time. It would be blown to smithereens. You wouldn't feel a thing. Enjoy your stay. And So that's the smell, sulfur from the volcano. But I love it there. I love Yellowstone. I love hiking down to the waterfall and feeling the mist, that waterfall mist on your face, or hearing the sound of Germans see a buffalo for the first time. That high-pitched, excited German, that is music to my ears. Whenever we're there and we hear, "Sing it Bier einen Buffet! Sing it Bier einen Buffet!" I'm like, there it is, kids. That's what we came for. Isn't that beautiful? It's wonderful. Yeah, because I love, because I don't get excited when I see a buffalo anymore. That German buffalo joy is a distant memory for me at Yellowstone. Now, if I were to see a buffalo and he were driving a great big lifted pickup, like those ones that are up so high, there's a stairway that drops down when they open the door. Now, if I were to see a buffalo driving one of those, then I'd be like, oh wow, look at that buffalo. Looks like somebody's compensating for the size of his wings, because I don't know. If you've seen buffalo wings, they're pretty tough. It's pretty obvious why a buffalo can't fly. Once you see the size of their wings, they're like, wow, these are dumb. I wonder if they're spicy. Don't worry, guys. I know the truth about buffalo wings. I know a buffalo isn't going to be driving some great big lifted pickup because he's got tiny wings. He's probably just short. He's got a case of small man syndrome and he's trying to feel taller. And I kind of understand. We live in a society that discriminates against short people. 88% of all CEOs are over 6 feet tall. We want people to be tall. And so if I were super short, yeah, I'd want to do something that would make me feel taller. I just don't understand why you would do that by getting a great big pickup truck, because isn't that going to make you look even smaller? It seems like if you're trying to look taller, you should want to drive a teeny tiny truck. They should drive around in Power Wheels, because then they'd look huge. They'd look so big. You'd see him from across the parking lot, and you'd be like, oh my heck, look at that guy. He's twice as big. Well, 1.5 times as big as his truck. He's so big. He's a giant. I'll leave you with this fun thing. I do drive a lot. I drive quite a bit between the bus and comedy. I'm on the road like Willie Nelson. I'm really cool. But I have a favorite billboard. There's a billboard. I'll tell you exactly where it is. It's southbound I-15, just after the Brigham City exit. It's the third billboard you see. Oh, it's a beaut. It's this old lady. It's an old woman, and she's sitting on this stool, and she's looking out at us. It's like grandma. It's grandma. She's sitting on a stool, and she's looking out at us, and she's sad. Sad grandma sitting on a stool, looking at us with this face that's like, you said you were going to visit me when you put me in the home, but you never do. And I'm like, oh, Grandma, I know I said that, but I didn't realize it was going to smell so much like old diapers and cookies with raisins in them. And it's made it hard for me to visit. And look, I don't mean to come up here and sound like I'm all anti-raisin. I'm not anti-raisin. I just think that raisins have no business being in our cookies. But I'm not some maniac who's like, hey, we need to build a wall around cookies to keep out the raisins and then make the raisins pay for it. That's not how I feel. But I just want to make cookies great again. That's all I'm trying to do. Because look, I have never eaten a cookie with raisins in it on purpose. It was always I was eating cookies and it was kind of a poorly lit environment, and I forgot the #1 cookie eating rule. If the cookie looks inviting, first you check the lighting. And I was careless. I was being reckless, and I was eating cookies, and next thing I knew, oh, Grandma, Grandma, you got me again with your raisins in the cookies. And she's like, well, in the Great Depression, we didn't have chocolate chips, so we had to use raisins. I'm like, I know that, but I'm not visiting you so I could be nostalgic for the Great Depression. And now I'm so upset I have to leave. I have to go. I've got to leave you now, Grandma. She's like, well, who's going to stay and help me wash my used tinfoil? I'm like, I don't know, someone else, until you learn your lesson. That's... Like, I'll come back and help you fold it and put it away, but you're washing it, Grandma. And that's the face she has that she's looking out at you with from the billboard. But then the message on the billboard is, are you ready for freedom from hemorrhoids? I'm like, what? Who isn't ready? Like, who's driving by and like, you know what? We like a lot of the same shows and they help around the house with chores, so I think I'm gonna hang on to them for now. It's such an odd question. And the phrasing, are you ready for freedom from hemorrhoids? Like Grandma's trying to stage a coup against hemorrhoids. Like, Grandma, I don't think you need to start a grassroots movement. You just like talk to the nurse and they get a tube, and it's gonna be uncomfortable, but you're doing more work than you need to right now. And then when you get close to the billboard, you see that the stool that she's sitting on is made out of barbed wire and it's on fire. I'm like, Grandma, are you sure you even have hemorrhoids? I think you just need a different chair. Okay. We saved a bundle on this nursing home, but I am regretting it now. I feel bad about it. That's why I love that billboard. It's a real delight. You guys have been a real delight. Thank you very much. That is it for me.